Hey, we're live.
What is up, my guys? Welcome back. Episode 4 of the campaign where the peeps have just decided to touch a door that turned one player into a chicken, because that's usually a good idea. 6 chicken statues later, they found themselves in a mysterious cavern-like structure that led to a door that ended up turning itself into bubble chickens. That led them into another weird area of the cavern that had 5 colorful crystals, each representing something. As when they investigated, the party found themselves stuck in a conundrum as a chicken descended from the ceiling known as Valmir, who to a couple people were known for a couple different things. Valmir still to this day holds the largest chicken heist in world history, but also was one of the founding fathers of teleportation magic. I guess it depends on which one you want to be known for. After the party struggled to understand the task at hand, Vashkyu Kriva decided to drink a potion that he had purchased the day before, allowing him to see into the thoughts of this very smart chicken wizard, and deciphered the remaining steps on how to defeat the puzzle, and in doing so released Valmir from one prison and put him into another, as the party was then met with a new face, one Kint, the god of chaos and trickery, one of the original jailers of said Valmir, showed himself and convinced one of the party members that maybe try out for my team, and gave them a nice paint set and has tasked them with defiling a god statue in order to get said paint set imbued with magic so it never runs out. Afterwards, the party finds themselves escaping the cavern and back into the stairwell that they once were descending before. And that is where we pick up as the group continues their way down the long set of stairs down into an abyss that they still don't know. They still can't see the end, we'll say. So that's where we'll pick up. What you guys want to do?
Do we have a torch lit? I don't think we do.
We can.
Has light become an issue at this point?
Light still has not become an issue. You guys still are somewhat close to the top, where there is sunlight / moonlight coming in through entrances in the roof of the cavern.
When it does get to the point where we will need light, I will pull out my hood and lantern.
Okay.
I'll just continue down the path with the party.
Is this one of those spiral staircases?
Yeah,
with
so
like
it'll go down a little bit, and then it kind of wraps like at a flat plateau, and then it goes down again, and it kind of like it descends, flattens out, descends, flattens out, descends, to keep it like they tiered it down, so that it's not just a staircase down.
Is it hollow in the middle?
It is hollow in the middle.
So
You guys have been throwing rocks and stuff down the center to see how long until you hear noise from like things hitting the bottom.
There's at least one chicken statue at the bottom.
Is the sound of Mombot falling per stair just echoing everywhere?
Sure is.
Oh, like in Lord of the Rings when they knock the armor down the well. Peregrine took.
Yeah. Everyone else is footstepping, and you just hear punk.
I'm
Boom.
and then everyone Max is just like flinching. Everyone.
I have an idea, and it's gonna be funny. I'm going to wait till I get.
Did you just say that in character?
Oh
Did you
no!
say
I'm
that
not,
in
I'm not-
character?
no.
Oh.
I'm going
I
to.
thought it was in character too.
I'm
Same.
going to wait until I get closer to Mombot. You wanna have a little fun?
I don't think you're my type.
Okay, let me describe this a bit more. Do you want to get to the bottom really quick? Look,
Depends on what you mean by that.
if we get down there, we could protect the others. You know, in case
I don't care about anybody but my Nim Nim.
But that's what I'm saying is we could protect Nim Nim.
No.
I can
Okay,
do that right here.
Me and you will go down to the bottom really quick. You protect Nim Nim, and I protect the others.
Yeah. What do you? You realize that I'm not as. You realize that we're not intelligently equal, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna
Exactly.
I'm gonna pull out a torch and I'm gonna light it. Trust me,
Okay.
it's a really good idea. And I'm gonna get on the back of Mom Forge and I'm going to try and push us forward to go fast down the stairs.
Yeah. Are you?
Oh.
You're on Mom Forge's back right now?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you trying to push it forward?
Before I am fully on the back, I'm having one of my foot on the stairs to push.
Okay. Mom Forged is like 250 pounds. Maybe more. No, actually more, right? What did
Much
we
more,
agree
I
on?
would
More.
expect.
Yeah. You're probably around 400 pounds. all in
Okay.
all.
You have the strength with one of your feet to push 400 pounds faster than it already is slowly going?
Can I use my DM inspiration?
Sure can.
I'm gonna use it.
All right. So which part are you using it on though? So I assume Mom Forge is not going to willingly let him jump on her. Unless she is.
Like it can't be stopped.
I guess
Can't
Mom
look
Forge
up.
doesn't have the like mobility to like toss him off
Not-
necessarily.
Not really, no.
So, okay, we'll say with a running start, you are able to like hop onto Mom Forge, grip on, and like with your momentum, Mom Forge is only ahead of Nimsy.
Yeah,
Because I
Mom Forge is at
believe-
the back. Like
Yes.
at the back.
So
Behind everybody.
Nimona sees this and sees Rin take a running start from behind Mom Forge, jump up on her, and behind you guys, all of a sudden that very speeds up a lot quicker as you hear Mom Forge and Rin come down the stairs going
I
and
sidestep.
as you guys look behind, you
Can
see
you?
now. So yes, the stairs are enough to fit two people side by side.
Mom Forged is 1.5.
We'll say everybody in front, so that'll be Misty, Mev, and Vash. You three need to make a dexterity saving throw. Or get knocked down until the next plateau.
Man, my rolls have
21.
been so bad this campaign. God.
Let's say everybody did enough to save. As you guys just barely get out, some of you probably, especially you, Vash, your snout gets hit kind of shoulder checked by Mom Forged a little bit. So you kind of like rub your nose a little bit, but you guys go really fast down until you hit the plateau, which doesn't hard 90, but it rounds at a pretty rapid rate. And you have now not thought about how you are going to turn Mom Forge unless Mom Forge decides to turn herself and continue with this momentum kind of around this plateau.
So you can't like just ride it like you would a guardrail in a video game where you can't drive very well. Just follow the curve.
Mom Forged would definitely do some malicious compliance here. And so if it's gonna hit the wall, it's not gonna help. I mean, I would even argue that it probably didn't even turn to go with the shape of the stairs. Cause, well, Mom Forge thinks that Rin's kind of an idiot. And B, Mom Forged definitely did not consent to be made a ride out of. So yeah, Mom Forged does not adjust trajectory at all.
Okay. Let me do some math real quick. Now I gotta determine how far you guys are, and then you're smacking a wall at a certain speed and the damage that you both are gonna take. Let's see. I'm just noting down Rin uses their DM inspiration.
Yeah, my note
Otherwise-
says inspiration used by Rin to pilot Mom Forge. That's what I wrote down. That's what's happened so far.
Rin uses the inspiration to ride Mom Forge, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's see. You guys had the door was at the top of the plateau, and if you're doing this similar to that, hang on, I gotta look up something. Bum-bum. So technically, every 10 feet you fall is a lot of damage. But I'm going to modify this a bit. So do you go face first into the rock face, or do you try to turn so that Rin hits the rock face and then you kind of squish him?
That possible?
In there.
I mean, Mom Forge does have control of their turning ability. I would say you'd have to make an athletics or acrobatics to be able to do it. Otherwise, you'll take more damage than Rin will because you're the one hitting the wall first. Rin is kind of like the driver in a car during a car crash. They take just slightly less damage. It's not gonna be a lot of less damage, but it's still gonna be a little less.
Trying to think. So the conundrum is that Mom Forge would be thinking is because absolutely Mom Forge would like to use Rin as an airbag at this point. But does you trying to situate them in the position accidentally steer towards the stairs and avoid a crash? So I think at this point, Mom Forge would just, not even try to change trajectory at all and would just go straight into a wall.
So we're gonna say each section is 50 feet long. That doesn't. Hang on. Hmm. 80.
Started the episode causing chaos.
Didn't think I was gonna have to do math this early.
Well,
Joke's on you.
All right. Well, we're gonna do 100 feet. So we're gonna use kind of a similar rule to like falling because you guys are going at a downward slope, and the way Monforge is built with their metal wheels, and you are purposefully trying to accelerate them down a hill. We're gonna use similar rules as the falling bludgeoning damage. So every 10 feet you take 1d6 to a maximum of 20d6. So 100 feet would be 10d6.
God.
So
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Monforge. So because it's not directly gravity based, we're gonna cut it in half. So Mom is gonna take 5d6. Rin, you're going to take 4d6.
Okay.
So 19 bludgeoning damage to Monforge and 17 to Rin. As you guys see them go and you are still in eye shot, you see boom slam straight into the wall as some of the rock face kind of crumbles around them. Nothing dangerous or anything like that. But the loud metallic, just almost like a rocket hitting the side of a wall. You see them both kind of fall to the ground as Monforge hits and then falls backwards. And Rin, you're going to take an additional d6 as Monforge falls on top of you.
Oh no.
Been there.
Takes an additional d6 of bludgeoning damage. And so yeah, that's what you guys see. You see Rin for a brief moment look like he's a cowboy riding a wild Mustang down this stairs as Monforge's arms kind of like flail out side to side, trying not to like lean too far over into this just deep drop into the abyss, and boom, they slam into the wall.
So take a d6.
An extra d6, yeah, as Monforge falls on top.
Oh, rough. Rin's
You fall
unconscious.
backwards and you're like, oh, and then you just hear.
Rin's unconscious.
Are they alive?
I'm actually unconscious right now. Because of my dumbassery, I'm unconscious.
Okay, well, each turn is technically 6 seconds. Everybody is about 100 feet, like I said, from you. Do you guys rush to them? So do you try to do a dash action, or are you just like nonchalantly still watching? Because you hear
Vash is in no rush. Vash is like, and just starts continuing walking at the same pace.
Oh no. he's
I
not
was
gonna
gonna
live
be
to
mad
die.
that they. I was gonna be mad that they did that before I got to try it, but that looked painful, so I'm not so mad anymore.
Meth is just like, oh, for the love of gods. It's like,
So
shakes his
does
head.
anyone rush down there?
Maybe a light jog
know,
to make sure everybody is okay.
Yeah.
I'm not like a running.
Okay, so not that we'll say in between. Then you'll get a round and a half worth of movement speed,
Yeah.
so 45ish if you have 30. So it'll still take 3 full turns before they get to you. So I need you to DM whisper me
Oh no.
your first death saving roll.
Oh no.
Okay.
by the
So you
way,
guys-
Momforge
45.
doesn't get up.
No.
Do they make any noise?
Oh, neither of them would get up?
Oh no! So no, Momforge is very still operational, and the Momforge will say like, "You're an idiot, and like be pretty pissed, but like not trying to alleviate. Like when Momforge was accidentally on Vash.
Yeah, Vash.
Momforge felt really bad. That's not true here.
Well, that's because Vash tried to stop you from falling, like not push you down the stairs.
so Momforged probably doesn't know that Rin is on death's door, but also isn't trying to get up.
Yeah, initially, like the first couple seconds go by, you don't hear them making any noises, but you also just hit a wall super hard, so without being able to turn your head like you can't, you just assume that they're knocked out. Okay, if you guys are still doing your light jog, go ahead and give me another death save.
What's our travel speed like? Like our max movement speed is 30 or whatever,
40
but we're
It's 30, but you're doing a light jog, so I'm saying you're getting half of your
Okay.
normal movement speed on top, so it's 45. So you guys have now moved 90 feet. You're about 10 feet from them. Go ahead, Rin, and give me one more death save.
How far are we from them?
You're about 10 feet away.
Can I? Oh no, I can't. It's touch.
need
Wait,
to
you
look
said-
Never
at-
mind.
let's
Yep.
see. It is.
Is
This
it like-
also touch?
Yeah.
Is it like really dark at this point?
No, there's still some
Oh,
light.
okay.
There, he did have a torch that is
Okay.
like laid to the side of
So,
them.
so he's
Okay.
glowing in
You
this bubble of light at the bottom
You
of
are
the stairs.
10 feet away, but go. So before Rin, I need you to roll your death save.
How long has it been? It's been what, 12 seconds?
So yeah, 18 as they get down there, roughly.
All right. He might be dead. He's not making any noise.
Oh,
The
that sounds
fool
good.
pushed me.
Yes, he did.
You do see some like blood has like started to pool a little bit, like out of his mouth and out of his ears.
We should probably hurry.
Oh,
Can I use like a bonus action like dash since I rogue to get to him this turn? Since I
Sure.
see him that?
Yeah, if you want to get him, because you're within 10 feet, so you definitely can see the blood now. So yeah, if you want to dash to him, we'll say that you get to him before his third death save. So you can do an action if you'd like.
I will attempt to stabilize him.
Okay.
But my medicine is not super high.
I will get as soon as I get to him. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
I will also do that.
I'm just trying to get him to breathe.
With casting Cure Wounds, it's just you touch. You don't have to roll to cast. It's just you roll the effect.
It should
Correct.
be to roll it's 2d8 because we changed that, right?
Yeah. I think, and it's just a level. I just have a level 1, right? Yeah, it's just a level 1.
It's the best I can do.
So
Have 11.
stabilize just works, by the way. When you stabilize something, you're just stopping them from dying, but they don't heal. They're still unconscious. So he is no longer dying in what you believe he is no longer dying. And then Vash, as you run up, as you saw Mev sprint that last little bit, you notice, oh shit, something also isn't right. So as you get to him, he's kind of like lifted up his head and is like making sure that his like neck isn't broken or anything. Go ahead and you put your hands onto his chest, and 11 healing points to you, Hryn.
Can you touch his chest with a giant robot still on it?
So like
To touch his
the
chest,
way
or can I
you-
touch any part of him?
you can touch any part of him, but the part like when you hit, he kind of flung backwards as well, so you landed like on his lower diaphragm and below.
Okay. Because
So you're, like,
Momforge
crushing
is
his lower half.
still on there.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, not moving.
Ojin wants him to die.
Well, I mean, I literally
Fuck around
just
and
pushed him
find out.
down the stairs, so
Yeah.
makes
Brayden
sense.
almost tried to kill Mom Forge.
I was expecting it to just down all the way down to the stairs, but no.
Go ahead and roll me. Actually, I think when you're healed with magic, you don't roll the d4 to see when you wake up, correct?
With magic, you're just up.
Yeah, so you do wake up, Bryn. As you let out a gasp of air for a couple reasons, but that gasp of air you've realized is a lot shorter and you're not taking in as much air because you have this 400-pound hunk of metal sitting on your diaphragm right now.
I hope you had fun almost dying.
What did we learn?
Well,
Was it worth it?
Yes, yes, it
only
was.
almost.
it was actually worth it, but I thought, we would just go down all the way down, but I miscalculated.
You sure did.
But the
Are
kids
you
probably
okay,
would think
though?
that was a lot of fun. He probably thought it was funny.
Are you good? Are you okay?
I'm just gonna pat down my body.
Oh, you're hurting.
You okay?
How does Mom Forge look?
I was gonna say I'm
Uh,
gonna check over Mom Forge, look at the dings
Oh,
and then.
It-
Yes, she now has like some indents because the rock face is not like splats. it is still bumpy and rough. And when they hit this at like almost, we'll say like almost double sprint speed, she definitely took some indents to this softer metal. It's nothing crazy like life threatening, but definitely some damages to the like some of the welded pieces that are like together. Some of them have slightly
Dare
broken.
you? How
I'm-
dare you?
I'm going to.
You know how
we-
hard these are to. My mom worked really hard on this. You know how expensive the material for Warforged are, huh?
No,
There's also
actually,
a
I
sword in
don't.
there.
I don't know how expensive. I've lived on the sea. Do you know how long I've lived on the sea?
Into the middle of the sea, and I know.
I don't know anything about Warforged, and as I'm talking to Nimsy, I'm just going to cure wounds on Momforge.
It doesn't.
Your wounds doesn't work on constructs.
Does it not?
Nay.
No,
No, I
but we
just
should
looked.
let that happen because it's really,
Yeah, you
really
still
funny.
use it. You-
No. Yeah, he doesn't know. So
don't know
when you go
anything about-
when you go to use cure wounds, the magic goes off, so you still use it, but nothing happens to the metal.
Yeah, you realize I'm all like literally all metal, right?
Yes. I mean, I see what you are. I don't know what kind of metal you are.
The metal
fix her
kind, you
later.
doofus.
I
Apparently,
will fix her later. Fine.
apparently being on the
as-
sea for the rest of my life doesn't get through people's heads.
You're current. You're
need help
you're
out.
currently on the sea,
I was.
but that's. Mm.
Do you think I would see
The rest
what
of
a
your life-
Warforge is?
The rest of your it's not worth it.
No, the rest of my crew are flesh.
No, you said the rest of your life. That's the life you haven't lived yet.
So is Mom Forge up now?
It's
Not
almost-
yet.
2 moments ago.
Vash will like reach a hand out to attempt to help Mom Forge up.
Momforged grabs it, and attempts to get up. But Momforge's wheels are pretty fucked up.
Oh no. Can I?
So they are. So they're the part that hit the wall is now not a perfect circle anymore. And the axles are kind of bent inward. So Momforge still moves. But there's a bit of a hitch to their giddy up now, and half movement speed.
Oh, good.
And they make a really
Is that something?
loud, obnoxious, like, squeaking noise that's like
Squeak and
The,
grind.
the Walmart
Is that-
tire, the Walmart
Yeah,
wheel.
the Walmart shopping cart.
Is that something that I can like try to hammer out with any of my tools or help with?
you could, but you
Done
need
any oil.
a significant amount of downtime to be able to.
Would you
So
like?
This like
Sorry, go ahead.
plateau.
My
this, like,
internet.
we're at like the bottom of a set of stairs with like a wider level, or is it just kind of like, you know, they hit the mid plateau of a set of stairs and it's still just as wide?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
All right, thank you.
So what was your question about the plateau, Kilo?
Oh, so like when you say there's a plateau, is it like a wider landing, or is it just kind of like when
It
you
is
get a
a
really
wider
long set of
landing.
stairs? Okay, I was
Uh,
wondering if
it
it
is
was
a-
just
a
like just
little
as
bit
wide as the
wider.
stairs, but
It does
Okay.
bow out a little bit, almost like so about 3 people, kinda. If it's
Okay.
not Mom Forge, 3 people can stand shoulder to shoulder. But that person close to the edge is like, please don't sneeze, I may fall off.
okay,
2
so
people
it's not like
comfortably,
a
3 people max.
so it's not like a decent sized floor. It's just basically a flat spot in the. It's where you can
Yeah,
catch
'cause-
your breath on the stairs.
Pretty much, yeah. It's wrapping around. There's another door at the top, and then it's leading down again.
So Momforged is now up,
Okay.
and off of Rin's legs, which is probably relief.
They're turned sideways and broken, and
Yeah.
the healing magic healed them in place as they were. So have fun with your legs broken now.
Are they broken?
No, they're not broken
Okay.
anymore. Definitely you're sore as a motherfucker. Okay, so Momforge is now up. She does move at half speed. And has that really loud, obnoxious kind of squealing noise. And Rin, you stand up, you kind of brush yourself off. You feel like the soreness of like definitely some broken ribs from when Momforge fell on you, that have healed through magic. So it's not painful, but it's definitely like, ooh, yep, that one's gonna hurt in the morning.
Yeah.
And you are all now standing kind of at the bottom of this plateau, kind of in this like circle.
I'm gonna use the last of my first level spell and cure wounds myself again.
Okay, go ahead and slap that in. Wait, Nimona, you did cure wounds. Who did you do that one on?
That was also on him.
Oh, it is.
Okay, so you have 20. You got 22 healing.
Okay. Then I will not use the rest
Yeah.
of it.
Okay, cool. I didn't notice that. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know who the other
Yeah,
11
'cause she
was
said
for.
she said she was doing it on you, and I was like, me too.
Okay.
I just rolled first. So
Rin,
Hmm. Yes.
would you like to know why I was going behind the pack and not as fast as you wanted me to go?
I mean, wouldn't it be better if you were in front of us so then, like, we don't get barreled down by everyone?
You only get barreled down when barrel heads push me.
Like I said, wouldn't it have been better if you were in front of us? You're kind of proving my point here, too.
Bash will look over at Nimsy and be like, "So how do you think you can fix this?" And like just gesture at Mom Forge's damaged areas.
Obviously I can. But I need time. So it'd have to be once we settled in for the night.
Well, I guess we have to continue then.
I'm not gonna be as fast as honestly, I'm kind of worried about my wheels now. Because, so here's the thing.
And why were you made with wheels? That seems kind of inconvenient.
What should I have been made with?
Legs?
Legs.
Have you tried to make mechanical legs?
No, I don't like doing that stuff. It's annoying.
There's 3 hinges, and each hinge has to work independently of the other hinges. And not only that, but the muscles in the human leg contract and tighten. And it's easier for wheels. Cause then I gotta balance the robot, the Warforged, and then because if you lift one leg up, it could fall, and let's just say there's about 4 or 5 prototypes that are still back at home, and are the reason why I used wheels.
Do each one of them also have a part of your soul in them?
Oh gods, no! I don't.
No.
Okay.
You don't do the finishing touches until the project's finished.
And this one's sort of an emergency prototype situation.
Yeah, I probably would have gotten the legs perfected before I uploaded my consciousness, but somebody decided to leave a little early.
I don't know.
Well,
So do you think you can do the stairs, or do we have to wait for the repair?
Well, my wheels are well, they're not supposed to kind of look the way they look.
What I'm saying is, do we have to set up camp on a 6-foot ledge, or can we continue down to at least the next landing?
So I'm not entirely sure how much, because every time I go down a stair, it's a drop. It's not soft, and so all of my weight is pounding on the wheels every step we go down. I could probably take the first few, but who knows when my wheels will actually snap off.
Well, I do have that handkerchief that turned it to a ramp. You could slide down potentially, but that could also be bad.
Sliding down is how we got here.
Do that.
Well, that was with wheels. I'm
Ghost is like, yeah, do that, do it.
Do it.
It's called content, baby.
Content.
I don't. It's not the ramp won't help. Unless you can like do like the entire flight of stairs as a ramp. I don't know the properties of your handkerchief.
Oh, just the length of the handkerchief, unfortunately.
Oh, then no, unfortunately.
I have nothing else of use.
So it sounds like we're setting up camp here while Nimsy does repairs.
Unless, well, I do have. We could use a rope and hammers and my pittons and sort of slowly get you down.
But we don't know how far it is.
Well, one of us could go check before we do that.
Fair enough.
Or we could chance a wheel breaking. It's really up to you, Momforged.
It is not ideal for us to stop here. But it's also not ideal for my wheels to break. Sweetie, I can help you make the repairs.
Why don't
Fine.
I could scout ahead and see how much further, and come back.
Honestly, I was just about to suggest sending one or two, well, two or maybe three ahead. Rid is best suited for going ahead first. You should definitely take him. And since you've already volunteered, honestly,
I mean, I would have no problem going as well.
Okay.
If it does get dark, I can see in the dark fairly well, so.
Honestly, that's probably not a bad idea for you three to go on ahead and
Just get the repairs started.
Yeah.
Try to establish maybe a camp. Somewhere to rest.
That, yeah, honestly, if you could, that would probably be making the most sense if you found that the next camp area, the area to set up shop, if you guys wanted to start setting up shop there, that would be great.
All right, good idea.
And then Vash will just turn and start slowly walking down the stairs.
I will just give a slight wave and grab Rin by the shoulder and pull him along.
Oh, Rin was already gonna start walking as soon as he was just waiting on you guys. You don't even have to pull. He's just like, okay, I'm going.
All right, so we're doing what every D&D party definitely should do in separating the party as
Yep.
3 people go on ahead and 3 people stay behind.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Hell yeah.
So as you guys head down, we'll deal with you here in a sec. So for Mom Forge's repairs, if both of you are going to help with the expertise of Mom Forge and then the pliabilities of having digits, you can easily get the repairs done in roughly about 2 hours. Just to make the wheels usable. Now that's not getting her like chest plate and all that fixed up, but it's at least getting it so that the wheels and the axle are no longer bent to the point where it slows her down. It would be getting her basically back up to like 50% or 100% movement. But you will have to remove the wheels. So for about an hour, Mom Forge's movement speed is going to be 0. So if something happens in that hour, Mom Forge is sitting duck. She could crawl, technically. She could crawl. So like maybe 5 feet a turn. So yeah, you guys disassemble the wheels. The parts that are like bent, you take out your hammer, and you're able to just go to town. And you're able to get the axles and stuff like that slightly bent into place, and get the wheels. Now, they're not going to be perfect by any means. They're not going to be anything like they were before the accident, but everything is at least at a usable state where Momforge no longer will be moving at a slower pace. And there isn't as much of a loud, annoying creak. It's still there, but it's not as loud and as often. It's a more occasional, maybe every 50 feet instead of every 5 feet.
Not perfect, but doable.
Not perfect,
Just
but
like
doable.
me.
So the scouting party,
That
as you
was
guys,
me, Rin,
you,
and
Rin,
Mev, right?
and Mev. Yep.
Okay.
As you guys descend deeper and deeper, about an hour goes by, and you have reached a new point where you believe you could set up camp. It looks very similar to that cathedral you saw up top that you opted to like go around instead. There are these crystalline like structures kind of hanging from the ceiling that are giving off this faint glow, but at this point anything that was giving off light is very minimal. So it's roughly down here that you light your hooded lantern to start being able to actually see without having to use dark vision. And you kind of walk up to the structure, and it's a very tall doorway. It's about 15 to 20 feet tall, and it opens up almost like a church or a cathedral. You see just kind of flat flooring. There's no seats or anything like that. It is an open concept, so you can see like where there's pillars, you can like walk in between them, and there's other like connections that are leading to this cathedral as well. You guys kind of walked down and around a corner, and you can see you have to like continue down the path. You have to walk through the cathedral to the left. There is another offshoot to the right that looks like it is leading actually into the stone, down a hallway that you can't really see very deep into just because there's no lighting down the hallway.
I have dark vision up to 60 feet. Would that change anything, or is it still pretty long?
It's a super long hallway. You can see that it kind of swerves a little bit back and forth. It's not like a clean straight
It's not a
cut
straight
through.
shot. Okay.
But you don't see anything like there's no like creature just creepily standing in the dark abyss waiting for you guys to walk into it. But yeah, so what do you guys want to do?
I make like a.
go.
I think I'm going to make a quick pass. Not sure which way we want to move forward.
Should we just wait for the others? I mean, we got a somewhat safe place here.
Is there a place that we could set up camp that wouldn't be visible by most of the cathedral, but like, to where we could camp comfortably?
You could camp comfortably in it. In terms of not visible, probably not. Like I said, it's an open concept, so there's multiple ways in. And basically the front of the face that you guys walked in, it's the same picture. You like
You're
there's
out for
like
me.
cut out, so you can just see in. Like good now? Good now?
You seem good now.
Good now?
You said it was the picture on the one
Yeah,
you're
it's
sharing?
pretty similar to the one on the picture up at the top there. It's like this cathedral that's like set into the side of the mountain. So the front of it is a very open concept, so you can see into the front. The ways that wrap around, similar to the one that you guys saw up top. You don't see the walk path for a little bit until like it shoots out of the stonework. There's a little bit of stonework that is like covering the path that leads out both sides. So it's very similar to the one that you guys saw up above, but there is plenty of room for you guys to be able to set up tents make a makeshift campfire, things like that. And you don't think like the room itself like wouldn't be good for like the smoke could get out, it wouldn't entrap itself in here.
Okay, all right. I guess
I
we
mean,
could.
we might as well set up here and wait for the others to be done with what they're doing.
All right, I'll check a little bit, like maybe like 30 to 50 feet on each entrance, just to, be safe.
Yeah, well, I think we should go to do that together and just cover our bases.
Yeah, I'll just sort of work my way around the room.
Mhm.
To sort of go to each one and like kind of work my way like 50 feet.
Okay. You just investigating?
Yeah, to sort of work my way in to make sure they're listening, make sure I don't hear anything, any creatures, anything like that.
Okay. Give me a perception check then.
See.
12. As you listen and you kind of look, even smelling the area, you don't smell any like feces or dead rotting bodies, so nothing has died here or has been shitting here recently. You don't hear anything that resembles any like beast or creature. No heavy breathing, no growling noises, none of that. And you don't visually see any like scrapes or claw marks or even any bit of like disturbed dust. You can see a thin layer of dust for the most part around most of the room that's been undisturbed. So you feel like you're the first person that's been down here in a hot minute.
I feel like we'll definitely be safe here. Should one of us go up and tell them we found a place?
Sure, I could do that if you guys want to set up here.
Sounds fair. Be
And I'll-
safe.
Sure. And then go back up the stairs.
You just go back up at a normal pace.
Yeah, I'm in no rush to get back up there because I don't know how long the repairs are going to take. So I just kind of walk.
Takes you about an hour to get back up to them. For you, Rin and Mev, you guys set up a couple tents that you were carrying for yourselves, your personal tents.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like sweep away some of the dust to like clear out a clean area, or do you just fucking set things up just right on the dirt and don't give a fuck?
I'd probably clean it up.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd clean it up.
Both of you go ahead and give
Get them
me a perception check.
Perception. Oh, that was GM. I still had that on.
Oh, both of you rolled a 10. You do notice, like, after you've gotten some of the dust and kind of debris kind of brushed back, there does appear to be this ornate kind of mosaic that has been painted into the ground here. You've only brushed off your like little small area.
We're just looking at our little spots, right?
Yep.
No. I'm gonna look over at Mev's spot to see if he sees the same thing.
Yes. I mean, we could do the whole room, but I mean, I suppose we do have time.
It's kind of interesting, and didn't really notice until we like dust away a bit. So wouldn't hurt to see what it is.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're gonna dust away everything.
We immediately start dusting the entire room.
For free? That's crazy.
Look, living on a ship, the captain yelled at me to clean the whole entire ship. Especially when I painted on it.
Especially when you're Rin.
Yeah, especially when I'm in.
Okay. You guys will do that, but we'll go back over to Vash after an hour of climbing steps. You finally get back to the top where you see Mom Forge getting hammered her wheel getting hammered back onto her
Hey,
axle.
yo.
Just throwing them back, dude. Whole quarts of
Uh,
oil, just cranking them open.
Fermented oil.
as her wheels are getting pounded back into her.
Hey,
you
yo.
You see Nimona help her up, and she's moving like
Mhm.
back and forth. The squeak isn't really there. She still has a little bit of a wobble, because she couldn't get the axle perfectly straight without like using heat to heat up the axle and actually bend it back fully. So there is a little bit of like a wobble, kind of that old truck wobble that you sometimes get, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's part of the fucking truck is what it is at this point. But it doesn't hinder movement speed. It doesn't really make too much squeaking. It's very occasional.
Well, it took about an hour to get back up from where the others are, but how's things going here?
Great, I'm perfect at what I do.
Excellent. So we can go.
Yes.
I mean, we could spend longer, but it's not gonna get better.
Fair enough.
Unless you've got like a pocket forge. Do you got a steel forge in your pocket?
No.
Yeah, then no, it's not gonna get better.
It just so happens I do.
That would
Would
be
you
so
look at the
cool.
things I bought at the market? I don't have a potion for that, so. All right, so we can go downstairs now.
Damn, Vesh is getting his steps in.
Yeah, he gonna be a tired boy.
Yeah, I just start walking down the stairs again. I just simple, like they both said we could leave, so I turn and leave. I turn to Mom Forge. Maybe do you want to go first or
Are you gonna push me?
no?
Then we'll be fine.
I'm not Rin.
Ah, thank goodness.
Wow, Rin appears, pushes Mom Forge again.
Uses TM inspiration to teleport.
All of a sudden, a chicken appears, pushing out a Rin.
Oh no.
All right, so the four of you, as Misty is kind of also there, but isn't really talking much. Typical Misty. You guys descend down the large amount of steps. So about 2 hours pass between Vash leaving and coming back. Obviously, probably a little bit of time BSing in between, just to make sure Mom Forged is good. So little over a couple hours, but before they get back. But Rin and Mev, you guys spending about an hour and a half to really get the dust and dirt away to see the full picture. See this
Oh,
on the ground floor.
What?
It's beautiful.
Then roll 20.
the map changed.
Oh, I was zoomed all the way in.
So there was no change. It's just a color difference.
Why is this here?
Does this art piece remind me of anything else, or is it
Does
just
it-
a really?
Does it come to
Inspiring
us as
piece.
anything, or is it just
Give me a history check.
history?
So good at these.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
Damn, living on the ocean got me fucked up.
Looking at this mosaic, yeah, you don't recognize anything about this. No cities really have a waterway that they travel via boat in. This is clearly like a very Also kind of almost like oceanside type town, as like a lot of the buildings are built into the cliff face, it looks like. But nothing comes to your mind when you look at this. No town you've ever been to, anyways.
I'll draw like the lantern out to where like it gets more of a broad view of the photo with better light, and just I guess kind of keep an eye on it, admire it, waiting for the others to arrive,
All right.
and looking at
After-
Rin disappointedly every now and then.
Yeah, I
It's a
have no
long
idea
30
what this
minutes.
is.
Do I? It's beautiful though.
All right. 30 minutes go by of disappointing dad look at Rin as you hear the squeaky thud, thud, thud. And kind of coming across the long, narrow kind of bridgeway over to you guys, you see your other 4 party members.
Can we see the cleared off mosaic from where
Yes,
we're
now
coming
you
from?
see this like very colorful mosaic that because he has it lit up a little bit, and as you guys come into the cathedral, you see this large like mosaic on the ground.
Can I make a history check?
Sure can.
Anyone can.
I'm gonna use my DM inspiration. No, I have to declare it beforehand, right?
No, you can use it after.
Was it 1d8?
Nope.
No, so that's different. The DM
Oh, no.
inspiration is an automatic succeed, or an automatic like whatever you're trying to do, you do to an extent. You don't auto kill something, but you can auto hit, auto succeed, automatically do max damage, things like that.
I want to automatically try to recognize that mosaic.
Okay. Looking at the mosaic, you'll study it for quite a long time. As you go over the different snippets of the waterways, how the town is structured. You realize you've heard fairy tales of a town like this, a town that is both on the mountain yet on the ocean. It never made sense because the descriptors always said that the way people got around the town and stuff like that wasn't via horse but was via boat. But it was also in the mountains, high above any towns that almost touched the stars. And you sit there and you think what story that you were told as a child, and it was a story from, let me make sure I get this right. So it is the story of Falzul, and I'll spell that here for you guys. It was told that this was a city of immense prosperity and peace, as it was the home of the Forge God. Not necessarily his home, but his sanctum, kind of where he hung his hat from time to time. The Forge God's name was Valturin, which I'll spell out here again. Without a capital fucking A. Who is said to be sleeping deep into the mountain, and it was his kind of his body that powered what they called the magma heart. The magma heart was a forge that sat beneath the city that was said to have crafted the weapons of the god of war, crafted different unique pieces of basically history and all these other things that people have said that they have found over the years of weird trinkets to massive structures that shouldn't exist, but it is said that this town itself, with the magma heart, had a forge that was capable of crafting anything.
As I get down to the rest of the group, I'll just simply say, "Hey, that looks like that story about the Thalzul," and I'll just go into describing pretty much everything you just said.
Is this? Do I know anything of the story of Thalzul? No.
Nope, nothing you guys.
Not
have
with a
heard
natural one, you don't.
Well, him mentioning it.
Even the mentioning of the name Misty, go ahead and give me a history. And then Nimona, give me a history with advantage, and Mom Forge with advantage.
The story of what?
Thalzul.
Never heard of it.
So Mom Forge, you will have heard of it. It's just taking you some time. The hit against the walls kind of discombobulated you a little bit. But before Mom Forge, you can like go through all the bits of information. Nimona, you do remember your mom telling you a story about this forge that lay deep into a mountain that had the ability to craft anything, and it was always her goal to someday go there and craft something that nobody else could ever craft. It was like basically her end goal in life.
Okay. I'll repeat that.
See?
Again, never heard of it.
That doesn't surprise me.
You don't
Seems to me I
surprise
don't
me.
know anything.
Yeah, Missy, you've never heard of it.
Hey,
Does Misty say anything or just keeps quiet?
I'll keep quiet for now.
The dark brooding type. My favorite.
Tough guy in the corner looking tough. Is anyone good at like drawing pictures or could like sketch something that we could remember this and maybe bring some
Yes.
idea of it back up with us when we leave?
If I had any paper, I don't think I have any.
I don't.
I'm pretty decent at sketching, but I don't have anything to draw with.
Oh wait, I got
Okay.
papers and stuff. Wait, I do.
I think. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
wait, didn't you buy paper at the market? Like, didn't you buy artists? Like, oh no, you got
I
paints
did.
from Kin.
Yeah, but I get the paint supplies.
Yeah,
My
you
bag
get
is
the,
weird.
you get the paint supplies from Kent.
Oh yeah, but
They're
whatever.
not endless yet. They're pre-endless because they're
Yeah.
a magical paint set. But he did give you a paint set, yes, just not paper.
I will make an announcement that the nasty thunderstorms have just started. So if I go, my cell service will go with it. So if I just poof,
Yep.
07 sir, 0.
the good
Yeah,
news is if my
we
my
have up
PC
here.
fries because of a lightning strike, I have a backup right there.
It's thundering here, which is why my internet keeps cutting out.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody has paper?
I'm fairly
while they're
sure-
figuring
What are vestments?
Yep.
I don't know if that's paper.
Not paper.
Investments is where you take your money or valuables and put them into
No, it's an actual
something.
item.
And
Nimona, you do have a blank shield.
vestments,
paint?
religious clothing typically found in a priest's pack. Of course you'd fucking have those, you nerd.
He's a cleric.
Yeah.
You
inventory
do
stuff.
have some blank pages in your book of Kent, like in the front and
Ooh.
in the back, where like the very back page, like there's word like it's like copyright stuff. Like
Yeah.
your book's been mass produced, so it tells like the printing company and stuff like that. But on the back of it, it is blank, but you would have to rip out like the last page of your book.
Would Kent's care? He'll probably yell at me, but it's fine. I'll just rip out the last paper,
I think I have a
3D100.
journal.
and then I'll just give it to somebody. Here you go.
If you try to hand it to me, I go, I'm not done. No, not to me.
Whoever
I point
needs
at,
it, I'm
Mev.
handing it to that person.
Mev needs paper. Give it to Mev.
I'll hand it to Mev.
All right.
You should try to, sketch this at least so we can describe it and we can tell the story when we get back up there. And I'll do this. And I take out my dagger and I go to pop some of the tiles out.
One more issue. I don't have an ink pen. But
You're not using my paints before me.
right. I could use blood, but that'd be rather unfashionable.
I know someone who has a lot that they probably aren't using to its full potential.
Do I still have blood? Did the blood clean off of me? Or is it
Yeah.
like, it's still there? Is it still wet?
No, it's not wet anymore. It's been hours.
No.
It's just dry.
Well, I mean, if you need something, we got oil. We got a
Okay.
machine that probably has
I
something.
continue plucking a few of the tiles off the floor as evidence.
Ghost, did I not buy painter supplies? My inventory didn't update for some reason, but I remember buying something that cost me all my gold.
Did you
I
spend it
think
at the
you did
blacksmith?
buy. You did buy supplies. You bought tinkerer supplies and some other
Tool.
supplies. Hang on.
You bought
wrote-
toolkits, I think.
Could've
You were
sworn
looking at
painter
one and it
supplies
was like
one of them. Yeah.
one of the kits you were looking at was like 30 gold, and you're like, I don't need it that bad.
Yeah. I had it written down on my sticky notes, but they're not here anymore.
I think it was thieves' tools you were going to get, but you didn't get.
Yeah, I think the thieves' tools were the ones that you were like, no.
We'll say you did get painter
I got you
supplies.
covered on that. It's fine.
While I'm plucking tiles out of the floor, I'm not taking anything like sizable, just a handful of small, manageable ones. But I'm gonna take the time to pick out different colored pieces, so it's not just like, hey, look, 3 blue rocks.
Yeah. Okay. In your painter supplies, there is marking pens and charcoal pencils and stuff like that you could hand him.
All right. I will do that.
All right. Go ahead and give me a good old performance, good sir.
Ooh, performance. If only I was sleight of hand because of my good usage of hand movements.
Nope.
Yeah.
Good try. Good try. 9. There is a D8 on the board. There is still a D8 on the board.
I'm gonna use that D8.
Hell yeah.
Okay. 14. So with a 14, you do get the general layout. You get the more important parts, like the waterway with the arches and the bridges that go over top of them, with the boats that are kind of going through. You do miss some things like the shrubbery and stuff, but you get to the point where you're kind of running out of space and detail. The charcoal pen is kind of like bulky, so it's not the greatest for getting those fine details, but you do get a good sizable thing that when you look at it and you look down, you go, yeah, it's about right.
Now, with the city, like the description that the fairy tales and all that stuff, they used like canals, like carved canals, or was it like natural waterways that they just built around?
So, it was never described that it was handcrafted, but almost like this town was just placed here by the god, and it was almost like they took a oceanside city and just plopped
Kind of plopped
here.
it on a mountaintop.
Is how it like describes, because obviously in your mind, like a working waterway on the top of a mountain makes zero sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't say anything about that to anybody.
Okay. Fuck them kids.
Okay, so this is our camp now.
For the night, yes.
Or whatever time it is for a little while. Can't exactly tell.
That is true.
Did you guys happen to go any further away, or were you waiting for us to come back?
Oh, no, we unveiled this.
We kind of got bored
That
and
took
cleaned
you-
up the whole place, you know.
Cleaning off the dust off the floor took you 2 hours?
No, about an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, about an hour and a half, yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
probably were doing other things.
Yeah, okay.
I did most
What
of
do you
it.
mean by other things?
Huh?
Wanders away.
I think what Nim Nim was trying to say
Nah.
is you don't really do anything you to do, and more
Whoa.
things that we don't need you to do.
That is not what I was trying to say at all.
And what do you
You
really
should've.
do? You're just following her, so
It's no fighting. None of that.
I'm just saying it's kind of weird that you're following her all the time. Can't let her be.
I mean, you can keep walking if my presence bothers you. You don't have to stay here.
I never said your presence bothers me. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
This is getting good.
So are we doing a long rest here, or are we doing a short rest here? Have we
You can do
decided?
either or.
So do you think we should rest for just a short time, or should we take a long time and really recoup ourselves before continuing? Don't everybody speak at once.
Didn't hear you. Your mouth moved. Didn't understand a single thing.
Well, I would like to rest and gain, my magic back.
And how long
Wait,
do you need for
You
that?
you used magic? Why?
Because I follow Kins. He is my god. He gives me power. I have magic.
Right, no, but like, why are you tired? Why do you need to rest?
It
What
takes a
kind
lot
of
of
magic
to push
did
the
you?
Warforged down the stairs.
I kind of did use a lot of, detect magic before. Hello? And then I
Oh, is
kind
that
of
not a
did
cantrip?
get landed on top of you. You landed on top of me the other way around.
Yeah,
I
who
would like
caused
to.
that?
I did cause that, but it was fun.
Yeah, detect magic is not a cantrip. It's a level 1 spell.
Oh, I thought it was a cantrip.
Yeah.
That one
No.
shook my whole house.
Oh,
Woo!
And
Otherwise,
I
people would
posted.
just walk around going, detect magic, detect magic.
If say
At
It's- if someone does get really hurts, I can heal them too. And I do have a spell that, how many are we? I could probably heal all of us if we're all hurt. Hello? Child.
no.
A child. No.
Well,
He said hi.
Oh, no game
Peace,
signs.
and then
dude.
ran
It's
off.
free.
Yeah.
Well,
Gang
so
sign 3, dude.
I don't really need to rest. So if you all need to, then we should stop. But I'm not really like I can keep going.
Right, well, then we could continue and keep this area in mind for coming back for camp.
I mean, taking the rest so that he can recover his abilities to use his magics might serve a good purpose. So, I mean, it's no rush for us to get out of here, right?
They never really did give us a time limit.
I think they just said survive and come back, and
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
Survive, come back, and give information. They
And
give
give
money.
us stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, we can stop here.
All right. Short rest, long rest?
Long rest.
Because I think it's long rest. I get my spell slots back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long rest, you recover your spell slots.
All right. We'll take a 8-hour break, and we'll take our 15-minute break right now.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good.
BRBs.
BRBs.
8 hours goes by in 15 minutes.
And we're live.
Hello and welcome back. We pick back up as 8 hours have miraculously gone by.
Oh my god.
It is
I'm late for work.
8 hours later. Don't know if it's day or night.
Nope.
But it's been 8 hours. Everybody is rested and good to go to continue pushing deeper.
We reset to HP, right? Or we cover.
Cover your HPs. You get all of your hit die back because they changed that in the rules. It's no longer half. You get all of it back. Spell slots. Whole 9.
I'm
You're refreshed.
debating. Do we want to have it that I recover hit points? Like, I'm okay with not.
I really don't know
I'm
how
good
Warforges
with-
work.
Just download
So
more
I'm-
health.
I'm good with it. Currently, we'll say no, but it's not going to be a permanent no for the future because currently, how you are built, you don't have a self-repair system yet.
Right.
Otherwise, you could have just repaired the damage yourself. So currently, we'll say no. You don't recover your HP after rest. But you will have the ability to, in future, to get said abilities.
Perfect. And I'm assuming if there's like a town with like a blacksmith, I could probably go there.
You're like, yo, dog, fuck my shit up right now.
Unfuck my shit.
Get me all hot. Hammer me.
Find a dent and hit it from the back.
Okay. You guys pack up your stuff, eat a little munchie bar, a ration, and you carry on. So you have 2 directions. Well, technically 3. You could go back up the stairs if you want to. You could go left, which continues down this long stairwell that you can see, or to the right, which goes down a dark, musty corridor.
What's down there?
It's a dark, musty corridor. We don't know what's down there yet.
We didn't
We can
look.
find out.
Okay, 1 second. Hello!
Hello. Nothing says what's up back.
I don't think there's anybody there. We should go.
Okay.
All right.
How big is
Does
the
anyone not think
corridor?
that?
Is it like 2 people wide or is it 1 person wide?
One
Okay.
by one. Who's
Well,
leading?
it's dark, so I'll go first, unless any of you can see at night.
Nope.
I
Do
can
we
see.
need light?
I do have dark vision as well.
I also have dark vision. But I do have this light.
Excellent. So we're all set, and I will just. We took the time to pack up the camp, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all said and done. Everything's right. I'll just start
Yep.
going.
My time maker says okay.
No,
I don't know
you may
what's
not.
going down there.
What?
I also have my light cantrip, if that helps. If it gets too dark.
I also have a thing that lets me turn an object into a bright light that has a 5-foot radius and dim light for additional 5 feet.
You could turn Mob Forged into a light.
True, I
Oh my
could.
god.
Do you think it would be smarter to have someone, really tough in the front and then someone in the back?
You took 400 pounds and lived. You should go in the front.
I can't see in front of me.
That's fine.
I can't see in the dark, unlike, Vash or whoever else can see
I
in
could
the
also
dark.
give whoever is in the front this light.
I mean,
He's already walking.
Okay.
Oh, me? I'm not already walking unless you're talking about Vash.
Oh, I am. I'm
No,
gone. I
Vash
did not
is-
stop to listen to you guys bicker about who should go first. I'm already
Oh,
going.
You know what? If he dies, he dies. It's fine.
Mev is also behind.
We've lost him. He's
Yeah,
gone.
Vash and Mev just went down the hallway.
We'll say that they're about 30 feet before you guys finally like, oh shit, okay, let's follow them. So you just keep going down the hallway. Do you do it carefully, or you just fucking just?
I would take it probably at like, you know, not full walking speed, just like a slow progression.
Okay. Are you looking out for anything, or are you just walking slowly?
Mostly looking for stuff like lower, like down, like trying to find maybe pressure plates or trip wires or stuff like that. I'm not paying any attention to the walls or the ceiling.
Okay.
And that's
Go
what I'm
ahead.
doing. I'm doing the walls and ceiling behind him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me perceptions, both of you solo, or somebody can roll with advantage.
I have a +4 to perception.
You roll with advantage, bro.
Well, so personally, I hate to be that guy. Well, okay.
It's a good thing
It's
I had
already
advantage.
happening.
So it takes the second one, the 20.
20. Yep. So yeah, you don't see any pressure plates, trip wires, anything like that. You do, after about a couple minutes, reach a dead end, or what looks to be a dead end. But when you get a little bit closer, you see half of a like skeletal remain that looks like it was crushed against the wall, and it's like one half of its body is like leaning out of the wall.
So it looks like it's pinned in the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can deduce that there's probably some form of door here that would, or at least something crushed this fucking poor asshole. Okay, so there, look around this area. There may be a lever or a switch. Appears that this guy was squished by a door of some kind.
Yep,
Hopefully.
I'm looking for all the mechanisms and such.
All right, investigation.
From both of us or just him?
Natural.
Yep.
Uh,
I'll take his
and-
natural 20, dude.
As you look around, you do see that there is a pressure plate that is just in front of Vash that he almost stepped on, but it looks like it has already been decompressed.
It appears it was that pressure plate. It's already been used.
So it's already been activated?
Yep.
Interesting.
I wonder if we can undo that.
With a natural 20, you do see the pressure plate itself looks like it has like debris and shit that is like clogging the plate from potentially like raising.
I could attempt to undo it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I'll just kind of step out of the way,
Pulls out his
making sure my
tools and-
tail doesn't slam on the plate on the way by.
Good idea. I take my tools and remove the debris from around it and just try
Sure.
to work it through.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. Like with advantage because you're using your toes. 19. So yeah, you get all the debris out, and the last one you kind of like hold the pressure plate a little bit with your hand. You uncover it and you slowly let it raise, and as you do, you hear the like a mechanical like click, and the large like kind of stone slab that is slid across slowly starts dragging itself back across. You all hear this. You can still see it over like the shoulders of each other. But you see like this large slab open up, and you feel this huge gust of wind in this stench hit your nose of the difference of air and oxygen in the two different areas have been separate from each other for so long that they kind of like converge all at once. It's not like a death smell, but it's a very musky, wet smell coming from deeper in that kind of hits you. The individual that was crushed in between, you can see that his metal armor was like completely flattened on the one side. And pretty much all of his armor was destroyed. He had a sword that has since the blade has like broken, and you can see the pieces of the blade had been like compressed into the steel like cuirass that is on his body from how hard this thing hit. It broke the blades off and pressed it into him. And when you like go to investigate him, you can see this guy's been here for a very long time. Like there's no flesh or anything on the bones at all.
I'd mark the pressure plate. Oh, I don't have any. I don't know what to mark it with. I need to get a fucking chalk or something.
Only somebody had
I'll just stay around it to make sure nobody else clicks it by accident.
It is a 1x1. Mom Forge would not be able to pass by you. She's too big. Everybody else could, but Mom Forge
Is the how like I just not even looking down at this pressure plate. Is it like level with the surface, or is it elevated? Is it like hidden, like kind of melds with the ground?
It is nearly flat. There's a slight bump to it after you realize when you bring it all the way up. So there's a slight raise that when you point it out, Vash, you can see that there's a tiny little lip on it.
Do you think your handkerchief could cover it? Without setting it off?
I mean, I know this pretty well. Do I think I could set that on top without it going off and let him go over it?
No.
If it's a 3-foot square, it's like pretty wide. So.
You think that any form of pressure, like seeing how easy it was for you to compress it with your hands, that this seems to be a pretty easily triggerable trap.
Whereabouts in the floor is it?
It's right here. And I show him the 4 corners of it.
I'm sorry, there's like five bodies in the way.
All right, so there is a trap door, a trap plate, and the door definitely killed somebody a long time ago. Do we want to try to go through this? God, this fucking voice. Do we want to try to continue through? Mom Forge may have a hard time not triggering the plate. Everyone else, I think, could clearly step over, but...
Whereabouts is the like, is it in the middle of the...
It is in the center of the floor of this small hallway.
Okay, luckily for everybody involved, I've got 2 wheels, and then in between the 2 wheels is space.
Can he go over without touching
You believe so?
either side?
He's a good foot. Like there is like a clearance of about a foot in between.
Well,
the 2
yeah,
wheels.
Mom Forge is 1.5 people wide. You said, right?
Yeah.
You got that dumpy, so...
Oh my god.
Yeah, their wheel face would be wide enough as long as they don't deviate to one side. They could just glide
It's a
over
good
the
thing we
center and
fixed
not
that
actually-
wobble.
Just avoid the center.
So this door opened. Did it reveal a room? Is it more hallway? Like,
Or hallway, yeah.
so it's just straight in front of us,
Straight,
like was it?
you do
turned?
lose. You do lose it because it does bend a little bit down the hall a little bit.
Oh, so my main was it just a dead end and right in front of us, or was it like off to the side, like it's a left turn or a right turn?
No, so the dead end was the wall, and then once the wall pulled back, there's more
Okay.
hallway, and it takes a left bend around the corner and you lose it after it starts to bend around.
Okay, so there's nothing completely obviously staring us down or anything like that. Got it.
Nope, no dragon looking down the barrel.
Okay, well. Yeah, we don't have a reason to stop. If Momforge thinks that they can get over this plate, then maybe we continue. Maybe before we all go, we see if there's a way to open the door from the other side. Good idea, bad idea? Anybody?
I mean, we're just in the hallway, so we can't do anything.
But you can hear the words coming out of my mouth.
Yes, I can hear. You're right in front, so you go check.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm kind of getting claustrophobic.
I will traverse to the other side of the door and look for any sort of switch or maybe another pressure plate or something that might be able to trigger this door if we were to get shut behind it.
Okay. You do see a secondary plate that is, you can kind of see the width of how big the door is.
Mhm.
That kind of slams closed. There is an additional plate on the other side, but that one appears to be broken.
Okay.
And it wasn't broken. It wasn't broken by any means of, like just time got to it. Somebody messed with this and broke it.
Okay, so like the plate is like cracked and like
Yep.
just fucked up.
Okay, it looks like someone broke this one. I did find another plate. But I don't know for sure that it doesn't do anything, but it looks pretty fucked up.
Is it repairable?
Are we cool just continuing? I have no idea.
I will like continue a little, like maybe like 5 to 10 feet past the plate so people can start coming through as they're comfortable.
I'll follow.
I made room, so if people have the skills to maybe check that, they can advance with me.
I don't know the order you guys clusterfuck down the hallway in.
I don't know. I know it's you and then Mev.
I'm number 1, and Mev's number 2.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know the
all I
rest of
got
the
so
order.
far.
Mom Forged would likely be at the back unless somebody was like, no, I'm at the back.
Okay, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fight on who's in the back. I'm just. I don't know who's in order. Rin will be somewhere.
In the middle.
Rin will be in front of Misty.
Okay. Vash, Mev, Rin, Misty, Nimona, and Momforge. There we go.
Boom, nailed it. Okay.
Boom. So glad. Okay.
Boom.
So, you guys, continue down the hallway, avoiding the trap that was pointed out to you guys. You do reach what appears to be the end, as it's like this jagged rock kind of hallway. And you do enter into another kind of room. Or at least you're at the crest of the entrance to you see this like room open up, similar to the room that you found Mage Chicken in. But here there isn't any orbs or anything. There are the back of the room is curved, but you can't quite make out from your distance. Like there is something on the walls, you just can't see what it is. And then there is like this design on the floor, but from your angle, you can't quite tell what it is either.
Well, it opens up into a room down here,
And I'll like relay that back. And I will kind of step over the threshold of the room carefully. Again, looking for... Can I just use a passive perception check for that?
So passive would just be like as you're walking, do your ears
Listening.
pick up on
Oh,
something?
okay.
Do you smell something? But if you're actively trying to do it, you can just do a perception check and then roll for it.
Okay. Well, let's see.
12. Okay. What were you specifically listening?
I was just looking out for like traps, mostly like with the room.
Okay.
Like just taking like
Uh,
looking down, kind of like I was doing in the hallway, just like looking down, focusing on not
Sure.
stepping on something.
You don't see any pressure plates now that you've kind of gauged how they would look like, at least if they use the same ones. No trip wires, and you don't see any devices potentially that would trip like using magical means. It just looks like
I-
a open room.
I take a few steps into the open room.
Do so, no issues.
Sick.
Before we go further, when we passed the threshold, you said this guy's armor and sword is like just steel. It's just steel sheets now.
Basically, yeah, it is flattened him against the wall. It's kind of taken the form like it's a little bumpy. And then obviously like he still had a body in between the wall.
Right.
But yeah, it's no longer a round cuirass. It is like this
Crunched piece of
mostly
metal.
flattened piece of metal, yeah.
Hey, Limsy. Could you give your dear old whatever I am a hand?
Oh, okay.
Excellent. This might be a little, how shall we say, macabre. But can you help me see if we can't pry these steel sheets from this retired fellow?
Oh. Yeah.
So we attempt to harvest the metal sheets.
Yep, easily done. The straps that we're holding together almost like fall apart like they're paper. You do get, when you like pull off the metal, you do kind of get some like the compressed skeleton of this like now bone dust is like kind of compressed on the backside of the leather that is still there, though the leather is very basically it's very easy to kind of scrape off as you touch it. But yeah, you guys now have this like metal sheet of cuirass armor.
Excellent. Could you help me just kind of tie it around, like, just so that I can carry it? Excellent,
that.
thank you.
Pull out some rope and you now have this like cuirass strapped to your back and tied around your chest.
Perfect. Excellent. I want to see if maybe we can't salvage this later to reinforce the chassis.
Good idea.
Thanks. I have a few of them.
All right. So, does anybody else enter the room with him?
With
Yes,
Vash?
I follow. I follow.
Yeah, I'll follow in.
Same.
All
We'll
right,
we'll
and
meet
then-
up too if they're not
Yeah.
too far away.
No, it doesn't take you long to get the metal secure. Probably about 30 seconds to a minute at most once you guys get it peeled off.
Almost like there's not a lot
okay.
of resistance coming
Yeah,
from that guy.
kind of a dead guy. As you guys enter the room, you see, so there is no light coming from the room. It is pretty dark in here. Let me move this now so you guys can see it. So those of you with dark vision can kind of make out this. On the walls there appears to be symbols representing something, and then on the floor also appears to be colored symbols in the diamond formation that you see here.
Only the dark vision people can see this.
Yeah,
Currently.
I'm gonna turn to Mev and be like, you said you have a torch, right? I think I have some, but I'm not gonna dig them out the bag. You said you have one ready, or?
Hooded lantern on. Shh, I just open it up.
I can use my light. I'm gonna go up to the walls and use my light cantrip.
Okay, go ahead and click the button and post it in the chat.
Yeah, hit the light switch, please.
Yep. Hold on 1 second. Oops. And a minute.
Touch one object. Repeat. Okay. I guess which object are you touching?
Wait, hold on.
You could put down like you could grab a stone and do it, or an object from your pack or anything like that.
I'm trying to see if I have anything.
Are you saying you're going to do this, or are you just kind of thinking to yourself while you're standing in the room doing that thing? Like just kind of fumbling?
No, I'll say that I'm gonna.
Okay. Will this work? And I hand her the empty detect thoughts potion bottle.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. But she
You
holds
grab the potion bottle, you look at it for a second, you cast your magic into it, and for 1 hour, it now emits a 20-foot dim light out. Or 20-foot bright light, and then an additional 20-foot of dim light, so you have 40 feet of light. The room is definitely very well illuminated at this point, between the hooded lantern and the light spell. So you guys can...
As that happens,
clear as
Vash is like, as his dark vision just fucking burns away with his bright ass light.
Flashbang.
It's brighter than I thought it was. Flashbang. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's
Okay,
fine. It's fine.
Can everyone see now?
He just kind of like shakes it off.
That does
Or are you still blinded?
Okay. As you guys all enter in, okay, you all see the everything that's in the picture. So you see 4 kind of these murals. So the one on the far left, that one has, let me just grab my notes. Okay, so the one on the left has a mountain range that has a large tree coming out of the center. The one on the left has a pot with flowers. The one on the right has what appears to be like 4 yellow trees stacked on top of each other, and the one on the far right appears to be fish swimming in a circle. On the floor, the golden like circle appears to have like golden wheat, as well as inside the triangle it looks like these like swirls basically. On the blue plate it looks like waves. On the green plate it appears to be mountains, and then on the red plate it appears to be like flames.
This is kind of like the chicken place.
Do you think that's gold? And I point at the yellow one.
I don't know, it could be. Hey, Mumforge, is that gold? You know metal, right?
I mean, I mean, I can't really tell just by looking at it, but here, let me get to it. So Mumforge would. Yeah. As soon as it is in distance, it would gently try to like see if it has the same fragility as gold. So like try to like scratch it with its steel claw.
As you scratch it, a humming noise kind of hums through the room now as the 4 plates light up in color that matches their color. So green lights up green, blue, etc. But as you scratch it, it looks like it's paint, because you can see like some of the paint is chipping away as you like scratch at it a little bit.
Sorry, it's paint.
The humming kind of like goes through the room. The 4 symbols on the walls also light up, and out of the center, a pedestal kind of extends. And at the very top of the pedestal is this like floating cube that appears to have like it's floating a little bit above the pedestal, but inside of it just looks like black smoke.
Hey, you know
there does
how...
appear to be words on the sides of the pedestal as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
You know how we're not supposed to touch things that could be dangerous? Why would you touch it?
Did something happen?
Yes.
Are you dead?
I don't know if I saw it.
Hey, Rin, are you well rested?
Yes.
Can you see if that thing is magic?
I could.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
He
cast...
just stands there like waiting for you to do something.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Yes. There is magic in this room. You can detect that the square itself is magic, but no school. Well, hang on. It's the School of Abjuration. And then on the plates, enchantment, and on the wall, illusion.
Okay. I'm waiting. I'm letting the information absorb in and all that. Okay. So these plates, they have some sort of enchanting magic. The walls, something illusionary is going on with those. I don't know. They could have like spikes pop out of them.
Maybe.
And then that thing, and I point that at the middle. Abjuration magic. Don't know what that does. What's up?
Oh wait, does your character not know it?
Did you tell me what it does? Like, you told me the School of Magic.
You just know what the school is. If you don't necessarily have to know what the school does if your character doesn't know that.
Do I know what aberrate? Well, personally, I don't know what it does, but someone wants to fill me in.
Give me an Arcana.
Or that. I'm intelligent.
Abjuration protects stuff.
Okay.
Defensive magic.
So if you don't know what abjuration magic does, it protects things. So, you know.
As soon as he says that, you just hear clank, 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 as Mom Forged is clapping.
Why are you clapping?
Because you got something correct. I'm very proud of you, my son.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
The final boss battle is going to be between Mom Forge and fucking Red.
Anyways, This thing is protecting something in here, or protecting something that could be in here. Just remember those walls. I don't know what's behind those walls or what those walls are hiding. But it seems like we have to touch the all 4 circles. Clearly, since Momforge was scratching at it.
Should you all stand on one? One each?
Sure, you guys can go stand on it. I don't want to be turned into a chicken.
When were we turned into chickens?
Because the last time we stood in something, we almost got turned into chickens.
Oh, that's when we touched
I
something.
don't think we almost got turned into anything. I think we just moved somewhere, right?
Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna just clearly ignore what I said and stand on the green one.
This is the perfect time to ask our DM a question.
All right.
Yes, while he's away from the.
Yeah,
I'm here. What is up, my guy?
Oh no.
What is up, Mike? Oh, you were joking. Got it.
Yeah. No.
I have picked up on what you were putting down.
Would
How do you do,
there
fellow youths?
would there be anything telling about the purpose of the school of magic, like the illusion? Like, would there be anything in the walls that would like indicate what type of illusion it's doing?
So, in your vast knowledge of your creator, illusion can be used many ways, obviously. Typically, illusions are, when in places like this, are used to do one of 2 things. Protect something from being found, or hide something until it is discovered. Meaning, either treasure is being hidden or a trap is being hidden. It could be anything from, a spell sigil that is being blocked out by visionary illusion, potentially auditory being covered up, things like that. And where they're located on the wall is pointed directly towards the center of where all the circles are. So with your thought process and everything, probably the latter. It's probably a visionary illusion hiding a trap.
Momforge. We'll get to it at the next session.
Because Rin stepped on something by themselves, Momforge will understand that visionary illusion hiding a trap is indeed truthful. Rin, I need you to go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
All right. I'm good at that. No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
So, out of the symbol that has the potted flower, a large spear shoots out and catches you in the upper shoulder as it pokes through your armor now. I need you to take 1d8, which is, I'll roll it because I haven't rolled anything today.
Damn. Okay.
God damn it.
Thank you.
You take 1 damage as it just cuts on the top of your kind of the nape of your shoulder here, and it continues flying and it sticks into the wall. You have blood now kind of leaking down.
This is why we don't step on things, guys.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like you just said that.
Okay,
so
you
we look at the
can't
symbols on the
lecture
wall.
us to not make a mistake when you're the one that made the mistake.
Well,
That's not how teaching works.
Hold on. I can detect what kind of magic is. I can't detect what it's doing Okay.
Hey, look, guys, don't punch other people in the face. And without actually making contact, if Rin were to stay still, Mom Forged pretends to take a swing, stopping at about an inch before Rin's face.
Oh, Rin would dodge it.
Forward or backwards? Or up
Dodge
or down?
into it.
Well, since Rin is trying to actively dodge it, we're gonna find out. Go ahead and roll me a d20 for an attack, and we'll see if it lands.
Where
would
I
it
do
would it be a
unarmed?
d20 for an attack, or would it be to? Would you have? Because the intent here is to not harm. So would you have to fail in your attempt to not harm?
So, are you still swinging like you would normally swing at somebody, or are you being exaggerated about it?
No, since I'm a robot with precision striking, I'm going to dead stop an inch before where he is when I start the swing, but it's a real swing.
Okay, so it's a real swing. So he is perceiving it as an actual attack, which is why he's going to try and dodge out of the way. So yeah, it'll be a d20 to roll for an attack for unarmed strike. There's a 16 plus.
Oh, should I?
Was it-
What should I have rolled? Should I just have rolled?
You don't have unarmed strike, I assume.
Uh,
Let me see. I think it's unarmed strike. Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
cool.
Pretty sure that hits.
That would plus a
So
3 for
16
plus
3
and then
is
proficiency
19
is 2.
plus 2, so 20. Does a 21 hit?
Does it beat an 18?
It sure does. And then
Your
damage is 1 plus your strength modifier, so 4 bludgeoning damage. As you're just assuming he's not going to move, you purposefully put yourself at like a distance, and he tries to like underduck you, and you just catch his cheek right here, and it glances off of his face, and you land the punch.
Okay, well, you weren't supposed to move. I was supposed to be proving a point.
You didn't really prove a point since you said you were going to hit me. And what am I going to do? I'm not really going to, just stand there and take it. I'm going to dodge it.
Oh, wait. I might have actually just proven the point. Are you saying I shouldn't have warned you about hitting somebody as I went to hit you?
Is there something I can do to this robot? Technically, we're in combat because you just hit me.
Hang on, did you get off the plate, or are you still standing on the plate?
No, I got off the plate if I'm dodging it.
Okay. Well, I needed to know because Momforge would have had to roll onto the plate to punch you.
Yeah.
But if you got off the plate, Momforge did not roll onto the plate.
So here's my whole Mom Forged I would argue the Mom Forged wouldn't have rolled on the plate even if he had stayed on the plate, because Mom Forged goal was not to hit him. It would have swung from where, like, it would have rolled close enough and would have swung from a distance as to not hit him on purpose. But if he dodged into the punch,
which he did.
yeah. So no one's on the green plate.
You tried to do this cool roll out of the way and you got caught in the cheek. You rolled. You tried to do this thing that Mev taught you one time when you got into like a brawl and you just didn't get it right.
Look, I did not mean to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
was gonna stop an inch from your face. You moved your face closer than an inch. That's not my fault.
It's totally your fault.
Bash
Yeah, I
is
gotta
just
write this.
ignoring them with his back turned to that, just looking at the room, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
So the pedestal, remember, it
pedestal
has
has writing, right?
wording. Yes.
Yeah.
You
Were
can write
the-
down these notes.
Were the
Forge-
wordings magical, or did it
Nope.
not appear? Okay.
The pedestal itself is not magical. Forge
Just the thing on top.
punched Rin. By accident. In quotes.
Was it by accident?
The language on this pillar. Can my character read it?
What is the language?
And
I'm gonna fix
What,
it.
anyone's character?
what language does your character speaketh?
Common, Elven, and Sylvan.
Hmm.
And Thieves can't, but I don't think.
No
Thieves
to your
can.
character.
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Goblin, and Undercommon.
No to your character.
Gnomish and
common.
infernal. Oh, sorry.
It's okay, you can go first.
Gnomish and infernal.
No to your character.
Egg.
What you got, Mish?
Common, celestial, and elven.
Yes to your character.
Ooh.
And
She just
Quinn?
reads it in her head and doesn't actually read it out loud.
Oh, that's what
Oh,
that
that's
sounds like.
cool. That's cool. All right.
That's a funny joke. She's gonna laugh to herself because it's just a joke. Ha, funny joke.
Oh, that's a dick joke.
Yeah. If you can read this, you smell.
Yeah.
Do you
Whoever reads
read
this is
when-
gay.
Those sons of bitches.
Fucking got me.
Whimsy put her or no.
Common sign language, Gnomish, and infernal.
No to whim. It is celestial that you can read.
All right. I'm gonna go closer to it. And she tells the group, I think this kind of looks familiar.
What's it say?
Reads it over.
It says. Where the fuck did I put what it says? Okay, it says.
Wait. Before you tell the party, why don't we do it this way? Why don't you just tell Mish, and then Mish can decide if we get the true meaning or not?
Ooh.
Damn. Evilness in
A
here.
little DM. Let's go.
There you go, Mish. Do with that information as you will.
Okay. Hold on. All right. So as she is reading it, she looks over to the group. How does everyone feel right now? How does everyone look right now?
Like I got punched.
Agitated. Two people look agitated. Well, one person looks agitated. One looks like a robot.
Ash is just standing there, just kind of like. Just waiting
Namona's
for the
kind
next
of
thing
like
to
off
happen,
in
I
the.
guess.
Namona's off in the corner, kind of like kid in a candy store, going, "Ooh, what's this?"
Ooh, piece of candy.
Trying to
I'm-
also stay as far away from Mom Forge as possible.
I have the equivalent of popcorn watching them argue.
He's eating stone pebbles.
That's what my ball bearings are for.
You got some of those ball bearings. Can I have one?
I have a lot of them.
Or 6, cause somebody broke my wheels.
Don't know what you're talking about. You broke it.
All right.
You're not
Alright.
So
terrible.
Ash is gonna look at
She's
Misty and go, "So
she-
can you read this?"
Yes. It says balance the forces and the path shall be revealed.
So we all step on it at the same time. Is that a balance?
Or we all get shot.
Yeah, that.
And it says to balance, and you stepping on one does not balance anything.
I'm just saying if we step on it all together, it's a possibility we could get shot.
True.
Mom Forged looks for any indication on the to dispel the in an attempt to dispel the illusion magic.
Give me an Arcana check.
I don't think I have the spell.
Ooh.
Fucking going through the knowledge bank, looking at everything. You know that these are just a visual component that are probably being projected by a magical conduit. So somewhere either behind it or in the room, it is projecting this magic onto it to cover up the traps. But you do know it's not like a physical thing, so you can like reach your hand through and shit. Poke your head thing.
I think these are false walls.
To argue with something and to DM, would I have an indication where that is at, or because of detect magic?
Yes. You do notice now that they've mentioned that, there appears to be a more focused point at the top. It was kind of being masked in a way, where it was like an illusion on top of an illusion, so you didn't really notice it as you quickly glanced through the room. But you do notice it appears to be near the top, almost like a condensed amount of illusion, potentially magic being stacked on top of each other, but it's on the inside of the walls.
Okay. Is Mom Forged in one of them?
I believe Momforge is standing in front of one.
I'm going to peer my head into the wall and look where it's at. So good news.
As you do so, I need a dexterity save.
Oh God. Are you really?
14. This one, though, as you are peering through, you see straight away there's a spear, and you see the mechanism go as it unlocks, and you just dodge out of the way, and it shoots through the room straight through the middle, and it bypasses everybody and sticks into the wall. And you see, though, like another one is locked into place now.
Which one was he looking
Imagine.
through? Was it the
What
same
was-
one that shot the spear before?
Yeah.
Did he stick his head in the same fucking one with the planter?
I'm going to look at Mom Forge and I'm gonna. Okay, I was more expecting the same thing to happen to the other one. Okay, you can't blame me on that because I can't see what's on there. But apparently we can disable these. So who would like to help me disable them so we know what we're dealing with?
Mep scoots over.
Me.
Okay, Nimsy, come here.
Okay.
Now I will direct you where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right up there. Just don't look inside.
Don't look inside.
Yeah, don't look inside. It might be scary. I don't know. I looked in and that
Okay.
happened.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yep. Don't look inside, got it.
I am gonna help her try and disable basically all the illusionary
How long does that spell last?
detect magic. Let's post it. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So your first round of detect magic has ended at this point. So if you want, you can cast it again, or you generally know where it was based on what you remember.
I'll cast it again just to make like.
No. I'll cast it this time.
Do you have detect magic?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm making you use it the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, so Nimona, looking up, you do see what appears now from like your angle, what appears to be a device that is radiating this illusionary magic. You do see in front of you this like large shimmering kind of force field almost that also gives off illusionary magic, but you can deduce that it is probably being emitted from this device.
Nim, do you want one of these? And I pull out a javelin.
A javelin.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
While they're doing
here you
that,
go.
the spear that shot out of the wall, is it like a spear, or is it just like a?
It's like a ballista arrow.
I'm gonna go pick it up off the floor. on the other side of the room.
It's
Just a-
in the wall.
Oh, it's in the wall. Oh,
It's
okay. So it had some
large.
force then. Oh, all
It's
right.
into the wall. Yeah, it got shot out. It's a ballista arrow, so it's like this thick around as well. It's a big boy. Big boy.
I'm still gonna go look at it. It's just like, while they're doing that, I'm just gonna be like, huh,
You're looking at it, and
that looks like it would hurt.
you're like, oh, you're trying to pull it out of the wall. It's in there, a good solid like foot into the wall. Okay, Nimona, you now have a javelin. What would you like to do?
I am helping
What
her.
am I doing with this?
We're going to try and I don't know if you want to stab at it, but
Sure.
you said you wanted to help.
That's what I would do. No,
Yeah.
There should be a trinket, like a magical.
I was just hoping there was more mechanism to mess with, but I guess this works too.
Yeah, just stab it.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and give me a d20.
Just a D20.
Yep. 14. Yeah. So you extend and you go through the wall, and you do feel a little resistance as you like pierce something, and you hear like almost like a glass cracking noise as you see the like shimmering wall kind of flicker for a second, and then the image itself kind of dissipates, and behind the wall you see this rotating conveyor belt of like large ballista arrows that has stopped because one is like loaded in to this large mechanism that looks like it's ready to shoot out an arrow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I saw. There might be more behind the other walls. Are you sure you want to help me?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the
Surely
next.
surely there's a map, like a place that controls all of them that we could just disable, right?
Are we talking about the traps or are we talking about the walls?
The trap at least.
Oh, probably. Mav, do you know traps?
I'm pretty good at traps, yes.
Is there a way to disable these once we clear out the other 3 illusionary magic going on?
I mean, it's hard to say. Traps are difficult for a reason, so people don't always, disable them.
Just don't. If you do disable them, just don't pass this line, and I'm gonna shape out the line, Because it seems like they're more, how do you say? It's like sensory. Because that thing did just shoot at me.
I mean, I could just help with a different one as well, but I can't determine how to shut all of them off.
Can I look around to see if I see something that looks like it would? Whatever.
Sure.
lead-
Are you looking like in where the trap is, or are you looking around the room?
Can I do both?
Sure.
While they're
Okay,
all
go ahead.
investigating their things and looking around, I'm over by the ballista bolt, just kind of like I just sit on the floor and just kind of stare into the middle of the room waiting.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation. 19. So as you like look intricately at how the mechanism side of things work, it kind of makes more sense in your brain. You do see that there is a channel that is basically like a arcane channel that was, it looks like, running to the device that's up top. And that channel has now gone dormant. The lighting of the magical kind of circuitry has died off, but you can still see the like actual mechanism parts of it. So in your mind, you kind of deduce that they're kind of tied together. If the centering device up top is destroyed, that the mechanism itself now no longer works.
Okay. Ugh. Can you repeat that again for me? Sorry, the cat is knocking shit down.
So
Sebastian!
looking
Yep.
looking at like how everything is assembled just from a mechanical standpoint, the actual mechanism was connected to that little device that you destroyed through a like magical circuitry unit. Very similar things are used in like the war forges and other like slightly powered like machines that have arcane engines and things like that. It's used very similarly, and you can tell that the circuitry has gone dormant after you destroyed the device, potentially severing any usability out of this trap. Now you don't believe the trap is active anymore, the one that you can see.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Mom Forge that. Well.
All right, what are we telling Mom Forge?
The crystal that broke. This is not me in character. I have a cop shop. The crystal that broke, is connected to the trap and the illusionary magic.
And by destroying it, potentially disabled the trap. The trap no longer looks active.
Hey, Ren.
Yes.
Not that I really care one way or the other, but you've got pretty good reflexes. You got pretty good reflexes, right?
Sure.
Good. Guess what?
What?
My Nim Nim thinks that we may have disabled the traps. Would you like to see if that's true?
Do you have an extra javelin? I don't know. It would be faster if we both did it.
Oh no, but you have better reflexes than I. This is a job that only you.
I see. I get what you're putting down. You're trying to kill me off. Okay, got it.
Nah, if I wanted you dead, you'd be dead.
I look at Nimsy. Give me the javelin.
Wait,
You-
so which one did
Okay.
you guys disable? The one that shot you initially,
The one
or
that
the one that
shot
shot
the
you when you
ballista.
peeked through it?
The one that
When
shot
you
the
peeked
shot
through
the
ballista.
ballista. The two shot the ballista. It's the two center ones. The one
Okay.
on the right with the 3 trees is the one that you just destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we only destroyed one of the mechanisms.
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah.
destroyed it all yet.
So this one is no longer active, and you can see like little ballistas here, and here, all loaded.
Okay. So that whole like wall is disappeared now. Like
Yeah. So the image
okay.
there
That
is
was
no
like the
longer
image
there.
that was projected. Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to take the ballista. I am also going to cast guidance on self.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to the one over here. The other on the other side. And then I'm going to just to help me out to remember where they're at, I'm going to cast detect magic and start poking at the thing. But I'm not going to stand in the middle of it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a d20. I have a lower DC because you're aiming pretty true.
That's not gonna do it. That's probably not for the best.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll a d8.
Bro,
I'm
what is
pretty
going
sure that's not good.
What is going on?
I think you're gonna find out.
Let's find out.
Apparently the game weren't dead.
I gotta find something real quick.
Did I drop the weapon? Was it too powerful?
That's what I'm looking at.
Uh-oh.
What did I do?
It says an adjacent enemy makes an opportunity attack against you.
But there's no enemy.
It doesn't, but it doesn't turn.
But is it an enemy? Because I can argue that it's an object.
True.
You did just fight Momforge.
Mom for
Yeah.
bunch again.
I'm the adjacent enemy.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance.
Okay.
So you still have guidance. You're gonna
Yeah.
need to make, since you now have decided to convince me otherwise of using a different way of going about this, because I would have just said it missed. Now
Oh
I'm
god.
going to see if you accidentally fall forward, because when you go through, you don't feel anything. You kind of lean forward a little bit. We're gonna see if you can dodge out of the way. So it is going to be a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you got caught off guard, but you can still use your D4 to help you with the save. You need to beat a 14 to beat it.
Okay. No pressure at all. Oh,
Hey, there you go.
Hey, don't even need the D4. So as you go through that split second, you're like, fuck, and you like kind of fall down. Like you just throw yourself down to the ground and you see this large ballista bolt go right past you, boom, right into the wall. And where you're sitting, Vash, because the one that, because are you doing the one to the left of the one that you destroyed?
Yeah. So he is sitting.
No, I meant which
yeah, I'm
door are you
doing the
Yes, they're
this
doing
one?
that door. Yep.
the flower pot
so
one.
to your right, boom, a ballista lands just above your head.
Well,
Sorry.
It didn't hit me. I'm sitting like almost underneath the other one, just to be sure. Like
you could feel the like
wind.
come
Yeah.
off of it, and you were like, "Oh, that's a kill
that
shot."
would have hurt. That would have hurt a lot.
All right, so you have like thrown yourself onto the ground now in front of everybody to dodge a ballista, and you hear the mechanical.
I'm gonna stand back up. I lost my footing, and I just dust myself off.
Okay, but that's not really what I meant.
Look, I was more focused on that instead of my feet.
No, what I was wanting to get you to do was to check if the traps that we disabled were truly disabled.
You know, I'm not risking my life again for that. I almost just killed him.
No,
Right, but if we know you're gonna be an idiot, we can plan for it.
No.
Okay.
Even
We
though
just
how
don't-
funny it would be. No.
What is it? Which one do we think is disabled? The green circle?
The
no,
one that's
so the
grayed
green
out.
circle fired from the potted plant.
Yeah,
When he stepped on the green circle, it came out of the one that's to the left, like the left center. So we don't
Okay.
know which one is tied to the one that we fixed.
yeah.
Because we're hell yeah.
What
Yeah,
was the
so all
image?
you've done so far, so you stepped on, whoops, didn't mean for it to be a square. Okay, so you stepped on this one, and a ballista shot out this way,
Okay.
and then he put his head through where this gray square is, and a ballista shot out this way, and now he just tried to stick his head through again, and this ballista got put right next to this one.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So you have not stepped on any of the other three. The pedestal read out, balance the forces and the path shall be revealed, is what Misty said. And the only thing that you've tried since is you destroyed the thing that activated this trap on the right over here. And you're trying to deactivate this one, but he missed.
Yeah, the potted
Okay.
plant.
So Mom Forged grabs another javelin. It has 4 total.
While Mom Forged is doing this, Vash is gonna scoot to be directly across from the door that was disabled, and just like scooch over a little bit.
Disabled, quote unquote.
Rolls over very carefully to the potted plant.
Okay.
Could you kindly point to where you saw the crystal?
Since I used detect magic, it point exactly where the crystal is.
Okay, perfect.
I wouldn't stand there if I were you. I stand off to the side. Unless you want a giant hole in your box frame thing.
Where is... Actually, you know what? It puts the javelin back and grabs its... Nobody's seen this before. It grabs its right arm out of its socket for its flail. No! No!
Double that one.
Oh fuck, dude.
What does Monforge fuck up on now? Please give Rin something to say.
This
I
is
mean-
Rin's haha moment.
So Same thing happens, Mom. As you go to swing, you miss, and your momentum carries you a little to the center. Now, I need you to make a dexterity save as much as she can be dexterous, but it is going to be with disadvantage. You rolled 2 natural ones. That's so bad.
Oh, dude.
A 12 does not succeed, so you are going to take. So I got my damage wrong. I'm very sorry. Hex got away with one earlier. Unless Hex, you wanna take 2 additional D10s.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, if I got shot,
It's a ballista. Yeah, remember the first arrow that came out?
The one
said
that
it
caught
was
you in
only-
the shoulder.
I would have been. Ooh, that would have been bad.
So it's up to you if you wanna. No, it's my fault. I fucked it up.
What?
So you're going to take a ballista arrow, which is 3d10 piercing damage. Oh, you're so fucking lucky. I'll roll it. I'll roll it since it's
Oh,
me
okay.
damaging you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's a
Thank
good
you.
thing
Yeah,
I
that's-
rolled it.
That's a favor right there.
You take 9 as you like squeakily roll and you go, oh fuck. A large ballista just goes right through your chest. Thankfully, it doesn't catch any of the like important bits of you, but you now have a gaping hole, and you see another ballista arrow go bing into the wall with almost like a small entry wound, but a massive exit wound out the back of Momforge as their metal kind of like opened up a little bit like a tuna can.
Everyone will hear Rin laughing.
I'm glad I moved.
Stop laughing.
What?
Hey, it's okay. Listen, I'm not gonna walk with a limp for the rest of my life, so this is okay, because I can rebuild myself.
And you just hear as another bolt is loaded into place.
Okay, maybe we should stop messing with the traps and more focused on getting the fuck out of here.
What do
You guys are not trapped in here, by the way.
Well, I'm talking about the traps that, just clearly took out a chunk of Momforge.
What do you think we're disabling the traps for fun?
Well, I mean, that could have been me, but luckily it wasn't.
Right, but what do you think? What do you think disabling the traps is like? What do you think we're doing it for?
I mean, I know what we're doing them for, but we're kind of more we haven't even gotten past the other 2. We're still fucked on this one.
Maybe take a look at that different one.
Yeah, maybe. Or everyone could help. Just looks around at
All
everyone.
right. And Vash will be like, ugh, and like stand up and just walk over to the one on the far left.
Just don't stand in the middle.
No, he'll go around the plates to.
No, I'm talking about the middle of the wall.
Oh, in the middle of the wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? All right.
Vash like groans as he stands up and like kind of like dusts himself off and like walks around the room to the one on the far left,
Mhm.
and is like looks at the other. So this wall is fake,
Yes.
but if I poke my head through it, it might shoot me.
Yes. If you put
Okay.
if you put your head or maybe all body parts, I don't know. I'm not testing that, but yes, it's like sensory. It's like magic detects you like human going through it or some type of metal thing that is alive somehow.
Yes.
That's
the
it will
human with
shoot you.
scales.
Okay.
But and I'll walk over and help him point out where the magic crystal is.
It like so is the crystal behind the wall or is it in front of it? Okay. So in theory, if he points out exactly where the crystal is, and I try to shoot a crossbow bolt at it, I could just stand kind of off to the side and try to fire a bolt through it and try to hit it.
Yeah. I'm standing
I'll
off to
do
the
that.
side away from
A
the.
natural one may make you lose your balance and fall.
That's a risk they are willing to take. So, let's see. That
Nat
is
one, nat one.
just a hand crossbow attack roll.
Ah,
That is a 19 plus 4.
So it goes through, and you see a flickering, and then it now dissipates. As this one is gone.
That was pretty easy.
You made that look very easy.
do I have?
I told him it wasn't that complicated. He said, shoot that, and I said, it's okay.
All right, 2 more left. Let's go.
Okay. Well, we know that. Wait, we know this one has the trap in it, right?
After the wall is gone, does it look like it's a dead end behind the ballista, or is it?
You can't tell. The
Oh,
trap
okay.
itself takes up all of what you can see.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess second burst name is the first. Do I get to recover that bolt, or did it stuck in the ceiling?
You could try to recover it.
I'll go back for it.
Shoot the ballista.
I didn't say that in an ominous way for any reason, I promise.
Try it. Not gonna stop you.
So I will proceed to make the same thing happen on this one.
Okay.
That one.
The pot.
I don't know
All
what I'm
right
doing.
or left?
The potted one.
All right, left.
The potted plant one.
One that has nearly killed people twice. Got it?
So same thing. I'm gonna stand off to the side, and he's gonna point it out again, and I'm just gonna make another attempt at it.
All right.
I'm just pointing out where it is off to the side. Just like, yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, Mom Forge just moved.
Yeah, Vash looks behind him and like looks at the 3 ballistas stuck in the wall. He goes, ugh.
Yeah, right about there. Is a D8 still on the board? I just want to point that out.
I'll take it.
Wait, wasn't it used? Or no?
I didn't. Wait, I think I used that.
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah. Click used it.
I used it on something.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
used the
remember.
D8 to draw shit.
Yeah.
To draw stuff. That's
You're
what it
right.
was.
That's
So no.
right.
So I'll take
Just
the 10.
kidding. You'll miss.
For art.
You aim. Boom. Shoot. Out shoots another ballista.
I'm starting to think that one's reinforced.
I think I can get it. Just-
What if we just waste the ammo on it?
I was gonna say maybe this thing just runs out of fucking bullets.
Eventually they run out.
It's
right?
not designed for many poor bastards to keep trying to fucking deal with it.
Just stands off to the side, leaves a finger in the sensory.
It's designed for effect. The first one goes off and everyone else just leaves it alone. I will take another shot at it.
All right, go ahead.
Damn. Wasted the natural 20 on the advantage. Same shot.
Except this time, when the ballista comes out, this one doesn't stick into the wall because now you have a cluster. And it
Yep.
now hits the cluster and it bounces off and goes into the ceiling.
Oh no.
So after this one, we are now going to take percentile dice to see if it bounces anywhere and goes into somebody. It'll be less damage because of momentum, but now
Trajectory.
we're getting interesting.
He pays 0 attention to the happening and gets really mad. He's like, I'm gonna hit this fucking thing, and it loads up and just goes. He just doesn't even think about it, just fires again.
Who gets it?
All right, we're going to do a percentile die. 95 to 100. Somebody in the party gets hit.
Do we notice? Would I? You know what? I think I would notice this.
The ballista ricochets off and it bounces off the wall again a little bit, and just above Nemona's head is the
Okay,
ballista
maybe
that now
maybe
lowers
that one
into
is
the wall.
reinforced.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that one has like a shield.
Do you want this? Holds the javelin towards Vesh. I mean, you're a little bit taller than me. You could hit it.
Is that a simple weapon?
Javelin, it is a simple weapon.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Are you proficient with simple weapons?
I am.
Then you can just use it.
Do I want to risk standing in front of this fucking thing to use it? Maybe we come back to this one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Then we'll go to
disable
the-
the rest.
Yeah, go to the last one on the right.
Okay. Same area as the other ones. You point out, and we'll say at this time your second usage, now the third usage of detect magic between the two of you has gone away. But you remember where they are. They're
Yeah.
pretty much right in the middle at the top.
It's right in the middle.
It's the same spot. The
Same spot.
Okay.
I'm not gonna keep wasting
Damn,
detect
I'm
magic.
wasting my nat 20.
So you did switch it up. So this one does impale the wall.
Mm-hmm. And he just looks around, make sure no one's still.
Do we want me to keep doing this? I can do this
Are you
15 more
sure
times.
you're hitting them?
I'm trying my best here.
Look, we can't stick our heads in it because otherwise it shoots.
Right.
We haven't tried this. Oh.
Another one.
my
goodness.
All right, so
Hold on. Let me mark down. That was.
1, 2,
I think we're gonna run
3,
out of arrows
4.
before we even
I-
hit it.
I think
You've used 6 bolts because
6
one is in the.
I
one
did
that
hit
you
the first
destroyed.
one. Yeah, you're
Yep,
right.
so
I
yeah,
tried
6
like
bolts
4
you've
times. Or yeah.
At this point, Mom Forge is gonna take one of its javelins and try and spear the spot.
Melee or throw?
No, throw.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
How do I do
One-
that?
It should be a ranged version. If
Okay.
it was dragged onto your thing. Let me look.
If that doesn't work, I got a plan.
Wait, why is it not there? Hang on.
What is it?
Did you just...
I'm an idiot, by the way. I have archery. I get a +2 to all my ranged attacks,
Oh,
and that's not factored into my.
let me see. Good night.
Good night.
nice.
Okay. Okay, now wait, what the Oh, you typed in javelin, that's why. There you go. Now you can just click that javelin
Oh,
button.
sweet.
Just misses.
Okay.
You do though. It is like, So how far out are you when you throw it? So 30 feet is normal. If you go any farther than 30 feet, be with disadvantage. I assume you're within 30 feet,
Yeah.
which is pretty much the size, a little less than the size of the room. Roughly, the room is like 80. So yeah, you're not that far away. The javelin does stick out of the thing. And which one did you shoot it out of? The far right one or the one on the left? You said the potted plant, right?
No, we're moving past the potted plant because we think that
Okay.
one has a shield on it.
So the one on the right, now you shoot the third one. So now these ones are clustered. So now any more trips of these, it'll start bouncing. However, you hear the mechanism lock, and it makes a different noise because the javelin, potentially because it's sticking out. You hear it start loading, and then after a few seconds, another one shoots out, and this one ricochets, so 95 to 100.
Oh no!
So,
no!
Oh no! I'm gonna fire at the thing again while it's doing the. I'm just gonna shoot at it again.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my god, dude! Oh well.
Okay, hold
that
on.
should be a 12.
I have a
but
question. Can I use guiding bolt on the thing?
You try.
on the balloon.
Everybody run!
Here, I'll post it.
Creature of your choice. Oh, it's a creature, so no.
Oh,
no, you cannot.
no, I can't. Okay. Can I?
Nobody? All right.
Can I yank the spear out?
Two.
Yeah, you can go ahead and yank it out, and you hear nothing
Do
fires.
you yank it out?
Yeah, I yanked it out.
Oh, actually, give me a strength
Okay.
check.
That sounds
Straight-
like a roll.
Strength check.
Because Mom Forge does ya yeet. 12 will say is enough. You're like, and you pull it, and you know what? Give me a D100. If you roll a 98, 99, or 100 on your way out, you accidentally disable the trap.
Oh, why you gotta do that?
Oh,
Fuck.
38. No.
so close. So close.
But no more ballista fires out after you pull it out. You hear it lock as you pull it out, and you just hear.
Okay, let's not do
You
that
wait for a
again.
second. nothing loads, or nothing fires.
Saw. That happened. Do we want to risk it with just these two disabled, or do we want to disable all of them?
I'm kind of stubborn. I want to. I think we should definitely.
I agree.
Okay.
That's a 14. It's not calculating my archery feat. So that's a 14 out of 12.
All right, then that one does hit. As you shoot it through, and this one fizzles out.
8th time's the charm, baby.
Okay.
One tap, baby.
One more to go, guys.
And this is the last shot.
Yeah, the stubborn one.
The one you think is she.
Okay, I owe this one.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So because we're gonna lower the DC a little bit, 90 to 100 now.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky.
That one right between your legs there, Mev. Ching! As it goes into the ground right between your legs.
Be careful.
Okay, now we know not where to aim. But the javelin's stuck in the wall again.
Was that
this-
strong enough to stick the javelin in?
Is it stuck in the wall?
Oh, did it bounce?
Oh. Nope, it is still stuck in the wall.
Oh,
You hear
God.
The javelin stuck, or
Someone
the
get it!
ballista?
Someone get it! Someone get it! Someone get it!
I'm gonna run.
The
to
javelin
go-
is in the ceiling.
I'm going to run to pull it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength. Just anything over 10.
Oof.
19. You pull it out as you hear it lock.
Oh god. Okay, let's stop throwing things.
Okay.
technically not throwing. As he slowly...
You're not throwing, but I'm saying throwing the javelins is not helping. So you either come help me shoot this thing, or I can just keep poking it and probably shoot my head off.
Go ahead and poke it. I believe in you.
Damn. What do I have to do to stab it but not be in the middle of it?
Roll an attack roll.
Okay. Just D20.
What are you trying to stab with?
The javelin.
The javelin?
Yeah.
Do you have proficiency?
In simple weapons, yes.
Okay, so then you also add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Bro.
That is not going to do it.
Bro.
Oh no.
Bro. Eh.
The DC still 90 to 100. Nope, 85 to 100. We're going to go down 5
Yep.
every time.
That's
What is-
fine.
What is this for?
The ballista
This is for the
shooting
ballista.
again.
You missed again. So bing into the wall.
This is
Okay,
getting
you know what?
ridiculous.
I've had enough of this. And mace arm comes out, or flail arm comes out.
I'm stepping away.
I'm going to take a sidestep.
Does it matter?
Yes!
23.
Right away.
You perfectly flail right through the middle, and almost as the flail arm goes through, as the like ball is coming down, it almost looks like it tears through the image, and it dissolves as the flail comes down through it.
Ooh, that's
And
rad.
this one is gone.
Okay.
Okay, we got that disabled.
Unfortunately, steps
There's
on
3
the green
more
circle.
on the left and right now. Yeah, I'll
Step
step
on
on
the green circle.
Are we
I'll
gonna
step
step
on
on
the
them at the
left.
same
Wait.
time?
We should probably all do that at the same. Well, I mean, what is it to lose?
As you step on the green circle, we'll find out what it does next week. As it
Good
is
dog.
about 10:40, so we're a little past our time, but we will end it there.
Hey,
Hey,
can we level up?
With them disabled, before I was gonna say, what would I have to do to get the? Actually, you know what? I'll get him back next week. The crossbow
put it
bolts
in
that
there.
are just scattered.
I'll put in notes. Crossbow bolts times
8.
7? 8?
8.
Times 8 to recover.
Could I character mancer level up?
I don't like the character mancer. It doesn't always do things correctly, but
hey,
it's up to you. But thank everybody for watching the stream. We'll roll HPs while the stream is still up, just so everybody can see what everybody rolls. So go ahead and roll a hit dice for everybody. Damn, Ev.
Let's see.
Ren, you get to roll one more time because your first natural one is a redo. All right, a 6. You also get to reroll. And 8.
Hey.
Excellent work, boys.
Excellent work,
Excellent work.
boys. God damn, dude.
You
Oh,
also
damn.
roll your hit die.
Oh,
no.
come on!
God,
You're stuck with the
Jesus.
second one. I'm sorry. All right,
Everyone?
Nimona gets a 7, and Misty, go ahead and hit your hit dice. I swear to God, if you roll in that one, okay.
I was.
Wait, is that right? That's not right.
That's a 2. No,
That's
you shouldn't be
equal to-
gaining 1d4 hit points per level.
A warlock is not a D4.
It's a d8, isn't it?
believe it's a D8.
It'd be a D8. Yes, it is
One
a D8.
per warlock.
Why did your speed reset? That's goofy.
Was it not set in the
Here.
settings?
We'll change it.
Oh.
Go ahead and redo it, Mish. Hit the D8. Okay. You get to reroll one time.
That.
7.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's better.
7 HP. All right. Okay. everybody, thank you for coming out to the stream. It should be up on the YouTubes shortly after the stream is done. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.